Hey everybody, I'm so excited you're here with me. Welcome all of you dedicated, awesome, and passionate teachers. Why are you dedicated and awesome and passionate? Because number one, it's summertime right now, and if you're watching this live or even the replay or watching this on YouTube, you're already dedicated because you're watching this during the summertime and you're awesome because of that. And you have to be passionate to be able to sit here and continue to want to grow and learn and to perfect your teaching experience, which can't ever be perfect, but we always strive to be as perfect as we can be, right? So I'm here today live in the Mad Genie teacher group to share with you guys my top 5 must-have products. I won't probably, hold on a second. Oh, this is all interestingly new to me. I won't always go through and invite people. I'm just gonna kind of see who's free, wanting to check out the video. But in the future, I'm just going to get to it, okay? So that will not normally happen. I want to also say, if you're going to find this video super helpful, feel free to share it. Share it with new teachers. Share it with inspiring teachers. Share it with anyone that you feel like it's going to be helpful for. I literally have look at this long list. I know you can't see. Video topics I'm going to go over at some point. There are a lot of generic ones, and plus there'll be some, of course, math videos that I'll be sharing with you guys as well. Since I've had some experience in elementary world, I only taught 6th grade, but I have worked with and done a lot of research. Since I'm not in the classroom anymore, I have that time to research and find best practices, new ideas. I've tried different things in different classrooms, so I will be sharing some of those tips with you. But of course, all of my 6th grade teachers, I saw a lot of y'all hopping on and in the invite. I am here for you, and I'm excited to share some stuff with you. So this is just generic. Doesn't matter what grade, what subject, what have you. These are 5 things that I feel like you need in your classroom. So just to get you started, the first one, number 1, is duct tape. Not for what you think. We're not going to be shutting up any mouths. I know some of you want to, because I know you like some of those kids that you want to use some duct tape on, but that's not what this is for. And I mean duct tape, not like Scotch tape. It needs to be duct tape. Why? Number 1, when you're setting up your classroom in the beginning of the year, duct tape is your friend, because when you want to show your kids exactly where you want them to line up in your room, exactly how you want your space to be. Like, for instance, for me, I didn't want kids to come near my desk, like during their advisory time or morning work time. If I was taking attendance and working on stuff, I didn't want kids to come this close. So they knew the parameters. But I also used duct tape to kind of start the year off like that. Don't go back past this duct tape line. The duct tape was where you line up, right? You can use duct tape for that reason a lot of the times. 2, another reason why you need duct tape. How many times has things gotten broken or messed up? A kid drops their binder, it's messed up. Duct tape is your friend. Also, I don't know about you, but in the school building I worked at, a lot of times when you try to hang stuff on the walls, it would fall off. And you're like, really? I need to hang this poster up, or I need to hang this kid's artwork up. Duct tape. Now, this is my house duct tape. I'm right now currently moving from one school to another. So all my stuff is in storage boxes in my garage, and there's no telling in what storage box I have my duct tape. But I do have colorful duct tape like lime green and hot pink. Those colors are super fun to have in your classroom whenever you're using them. Yes, exactly, bulletin boards. If you have a reason why you use duct tape in your classroom, drop it down below. But I just feel like it's one of those handy tools that can fix so many things that you just need in your room. The other reason why I use duct tape is because when I had my own community stuff, again, I taught 6th grade, so I felt like my 6th graders could handle having a hole puncher in their little community section. I felt like they could handle having a stapler, all those kinds of things. So I marked all of my personal things with my pink duct tape. So I would have pink duct tape right here. On my sharpener, pink duct tape. All of my books, books that the kids check out to me, books that the kids, we switch classes. So the way that us teachers would know whose book is whose would be because it had duct tape on it. You can even use duct tape to organize your journals. So if your kids, you can try to tell them bring certain color journals, But if they don't have it, use duct tape and duct tape all of their red, yellow, orange, blue. They might have all different colors, right? Use the same color lime green duct tape and tell them this is your math journal and put math on it. Like either they do it or you do it. The hot pink one is going to be reading. So duct tape can be used for so many things in the classroom, okay? All right, number two must-have thing that I feel like you need to have in your class is dice, okay? And I like fun dice, like different fun colors. You can get them on like schoolspecialty.com, but I actually just ordered some for the campus that I'm leaving for all the teachers. That's like, I think it was like 15 different colors. In a big pack for a super, super cheap price on Amazon. I mean, we all love Amazon. And I sure hope you sign that petition to get Amazon teacher discounts because I know y'all want that. So I think dice is an important thing to have in your classroom no matter what subject you teach. So even if you're reading and you're in this group or you're science, here's why I think you need dice. Number one, it's great for doing different task cards with. You can have them roll dice for the task cards. You can also have like different activities or things like that the students need to do for each number. So maybe they're in a group and when they roll the dice, if it lands on a 4, they look on the board and they do whatever number 4 says. Maybe 4 says to summarize a text. Maybe number 4 says to explain why you got the answer you got on number 3, right? Like you can have the dice, the 6 options for dice for tons of different things. Even at the first beginning of the school, you can have 6 different things. Say what's your favorite subject? Where did you go this summer? Who's your favorite teacher in the school building, right? You can have 6 different options of things they have to talk about. They get in a group, they get to talk and discuss and meet their classmates, and they're literally just rolling a dice that lands on 2. They either all can go around the room and share it or just that person, and then they take turns. I love dice for numbers in the math classroom because how much fun is it for the kids to be able to create their own numbers? So when they're doing divisibility, for instance, instead of giving them a worksheet, I make them like 2 lines or 3 lines, a 2-digit, 3-digit number, and I let them make their own number to find the divisibility. Let's say we're doing integers. They get to roll the 2 dice together to see, maybe it's like a red dice, and that's why color dice are really cool too. A red dice can be the negative ones, a yellow one can be positive, and they get to roll them and add them or multiply them or subtract them. So dice can be used for so many things in your classroom, and you really need to have a nice set so you can use it for stuff all the time. I personally feel like whenever kids just get to like get a dice and roll it, they're having so much more fun. And it might be the simplest thing, but it looks like they're having fun, and they are having fun. Okay, the third thing that I feel like teachers have to have in their classroom is some type of music player. I don't care if it's like a boombox from 1990. I don't care. That's what I had in my classroom that was inherited. But it could be like a radio, stereo. It could be, just going on Pandora or Spotify. But you need some type of music in your classroom. I think it helps set the tone, the environment. Me personally, I think you need to have a music player device that where you can create your own playlist, because nothing's worse than having it on Pandora and then having it on like top hits, and then all of a sudden like cuss words are coming out, or they're singing like a Cardi B song that it's not cussing but it's like inappropriate, and you're like, oh my goodness, right? So I made my own school playlist. So no matter where I was, if I left my room, my classroom, not with kids of course, but like, now that I'm an instructional coach, if I leave my playlist on in my room, it doesn't matter who's coming in. It doesn't matter if my student council kids were coming in. I always had appropriate music on. So I say download Spotify. It's super easy and simple to use. I'm sure there's other ones. If you have some favorites, drop them below. And use that and just spend some time this summer thinking of some of your favorite songs, some of the things that make you feel good, right? And that way your kids, number one, get to have a more sense of who you are, because my kids knew I loved Michael Jackson because I would play Michael Jackson songs. My kids knew that I loved like cool, upbeat, fun songs that were on the radio, and I was kind of current and hip because I knew those songs too. And then they would kind of have fun with me, and we would sing certain songs, whether it was Taylor Swift or, Ed Sheeran's favorite song would come on, what have you. So maybe kind of tie in a few songs that they like too. But there's times when you want to play music. So I did it in the first thing in the morning. Here in Dallas, when I was growing up, a radio station played this song called I Love School, and it was really fun. I could sing to you. I don't know if you want me to, but I could. It's like, I love school. I can't wait to get there to see all my friends, the principals and teachers too. Okay, so it was like that, and it was really cute. So I would play that for my kids in the morning, or I would play like Don't Worry, Be Happy, or just fun, upbeat, cool songs that my kids felt warm and welcome. Maybe they're doing some types of stations, and you're playing the music for them to switch around. They're working independently. There are times where kids might spend more time singing along than working, so just kind of monitor that. But I for sure say you need music in your classroom, hands down. All right, it's a lot about music. I really love music. I would have music on right now, but I don't want Facebook to delete this. The other thing that I feel like is a must-have in your classroom is organizational systems. Now, some people are like, but where do I start? What kind of things do I need? I personally feel like you need all different types of boxes and materials. If you switch classes, I would find something where you can have like a small bucket. So you can have like exit tickets or note cards, or, you know, if you have like 6 different classes or 3 different classes, I put like so this is my class 3 bucket. And that was just something simple and easy I put on my shelf so they would be able to pick up or drop things off. Or maybe it's just like, you need resources and you don't want to continue to have to reset it up every time. This would be like, maybe you have cards that they're going to sort, and you don't know if those kids in the last class are going to sort them. So like you have the cards ready for each class period. Okay. So like I got this at either the Dollar Tree or Family Dollar or some kind of cheap place, because we're teachers and we're broke, right? So I would suggest, or maybe actually Hobby Lobby. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby when they had their 50% off, and you can also use the 40% off coupon. Just Google it and use that for getting you some supplies. The other thing that I feel like are super great to have are some little organizers like this. You could put, you know, like maybe you just need something simple for the day, like you're going to use some deck of cards, you know, and every station or every table needs deck of cards, throw them in there. So I just think you need to go to the store and buy boxes and things, and I know you're a teacher and I know you'll find reasons to use them in the future. Of course, big crates, small crates like this. I use this kind of stuff for games, for stations. I liked for all my stations to have like a place. So if my station was, they had to sort something or use counters or whatever, I had things like this. Or maybe a station it was like a worksheet or their journals that they needed to do something in. I had like these little buckets that you can get at Walmart, or, you know, I don't remember where I got these, to be honest. It doesn't even, it was only $3 wherever I got them from. It kind of looks like Big Lots. If you have a Big Lots, it kind of looks like a Big Lots sticker. So I have like a lot of these, and I'm telling you what, it always comes in handy. And if there were some that weren't used, I just stacked them and put them on my back shelf. But you definitely need to spend some time this summer. If you only have like a couple of things, go, especially while it's cheap, whenever July and August hits, and get some organizational stuff for you to use for math stations, for you to use for any kind of stations, to organize and set up things. All right, so, and Ziploc bags goes with organization. You just need to go get you some gallon-sized Ziploc bags, sandwich-sized Ziploc bags for your kids when they need pieces together for whenever you're doing activities and lessons. Just go get you some if it's not on your supply list. The last thing that you need, and I know this sounds really weird, but I'm not kidding you need this. And I don't know if you're like me and you're rough, because this bag has come in handy I don't know how many times. But I personally feel like every teacher needs to have a set of wardrobe in their classroom. I don't know, I actually don't live that far from my school, and I won't live far from my next school. But sometimes you don't have, if you live 30 minutes away, you can't go 30 minutes home if you rip your pants, because we've been there before. Or, you know, if you're a woman and it's the time of the month, or, you know, you have some kind of accident, or, you know, you're moving, you're showing kids something and your shirt rips, or your shoes, God forbid, you know, like one of your heels pops off, because anything is possible. So what I do is I keep a set of like shoes. These are not my favorite shoes at all, but I just keep a pair of shoes that like I had when I first started teaching. They're comfortable, they're easy. No matter what, I'm pretty sure this will probably go with whatever I'm wearing that day, because they're just black, simple, closed-toed shoes. And then I keep just like a black shirt. I do all black because I don't know what pants I might have on, or what you know, top I might have on. So I feel like if you just go all black or all gray or khaki or something, you'll kind of be okay. But, you know, just a black shirt in case I have any problems. And then, of course, some slacks. And these aren't my favorite slacks, but they're just my backup slacks in case I ever rip some. And that totally happened when I was in the classroom. So if it happened to me, I know it can happen to you. If it hasn't yet, just wait. Just give yourself a few more years. It might happen. Of course, womanly products for you. If you're a woman, keep that in your bag. And then deodorant. Now, you can actually go to Walmart and get like a traveling size deodorant that's smaller than this. But I like to have deodorant because I always put deodorant on before I go to work. Don't get me wrong. But maybe you're like working out, not like working out, but like you're sweating that day and you're working with kids like, man, I'm hot. And you just kind of need to freshen up. Or maybe we're in education, and I know we've all had this problem where sometimes your school building will not have the AC cranking when you need it to be cranking, right? And like it's 80 in your classroom and you're sweating. Or sadly, and I taught 6th graders, so y'all know hormones and smells happen in 6th grade. So I let my kids know in the very beginning of the school year that I have deodorant for them. And if they need it, just let me know. We don't have to have a big conversation about it. Just come up to me and just say, can I use some of that spray deodorant? And I'll give it to you, and we can go to the bathroom. We can do it discreet if you need me to. And I also would sometimes, even if they didn't tell me, I just did it for them because I didn't want them to get embarrassed or bullied or you know, get their feelings hurt if I can smell them. Because honestly, y'all know the smells are so bad, like you can get a headache. Like seriously, I've had times where like I'm gonna get a headache. And so I would just either discreetly like put the deodorant like in a big binder that I had, and would just say like to a kid like, hey, I need to see you outside for a second. And I would just say, hey, I want you to go to the restroom and get like a towel and wet it, wipe under your arms, and use some of the deodorant today. And I think you are going to be ready to go whenever you come back. You know, you don't even have to tell them like, you stink, you smell. Did you take a bath today? Did you shower? Is your water on? You don't even have to have that conversation. Just straight up just tell them like, hey, this is what you're going to do. Go take care of it. And then, you know, when they're done, they can just put it in their pocket or just put it outside your door. When they're coming in, you know to go grab it. That's something that has worked for me and my kids in my classroom. I've never had any complaints, and I let them know from the very beginning if they need it. You also have a nurse that could probably help you out, but this was honestly mainly for me, but if I ever needed it for students, I used it for kids as well. So these are my top 5 must-have things in the classroom. Of course, you need to have duct tape. For multiple reasons. You need fun, colorful dice to spark some classroom discussions or lessons. You need music of some sort. I recommend having a set playlist. You need organizational tools. And then you also need a wardrobe malfunction bag. Okay? I will be back with tons of videos. Like you saw, I have a list for first day of school. I have a packet that I share with new teachers that I know that they love because they've told me that they love this packet. I'll share them with you. If I'm not, a lot of these resources, I'm not sure if I have downloaded, so I will try to either share you where I got it from or maybe like scan it in and upload it to the group. If you're watching this on YouTube, find my Math Genie teacher group so you can be a part of the discussion and continue to hear some more of these videos. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.